Funky. Hip
Is making the Hall of Fame more important than winning championships? Karl Butler put this out there. So I want to throw it out there to the table and get your take on it. What's your take?
You only got one choice? Is one or the other?
One or the other.
I'm going with Hall of Fame. All day, every day.
You're selfish. That's why.
Let me be. You know why? There's a bunch of dudes with championship rings that no one remembers.
Nobody know.
I'm in the Hall of Fame. That means I was one of the best players of my time, one of the best players in my era, and forever, people will know who the hell I am.
According to the writers.
Well, according to the writers.
All right.
Because you know you dog Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen's in the Hall of Fame.
He's
No
one
doubt.
of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. That was tough.
That was tough.
You know, you were like, oh, damn.
But I never said he wasn't. I just said he's overrated. I never said he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. He's overrated.
Overrated Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he overrated Hall of Famer.
Banks, what's your thoughts, Banks?
I don't
My
know.
thoughts, if we only had to choose one,
He overrated.
Threw him in that trap.
if we only got to choose one, I'm taking the ring. I think, honestly, I just feel like that's something that you'll have forever. Not that the Hall of Fame isn't. I've seen guys that make the Hall of Fame and they, it's one of those moments that they overcome. But I think those memories. I think when we're talking about, let's look at what many consider the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan. Do you remember him more, that Hall of Fame speech, or do you remember him winning that championship after his father passed and him holding the ball?
His Hall of Fame speech was epic.
I'm not even saying. I asked out of those two, which one do you remember more? The issue that's burned into my mind is him, like when he lost his dad and he was on the floor holding that ball and he was crying because that championship meant so much to him.
I would say both with Michael Jordan.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do
no.
that. Because you made me pick.
No.
Wait.
Follow what I'm saying.
Okay.
Follow what I'm saying. When it comes to Michael Jordan and you talk about memories, which one do you think of more? I'm sitting here saying I think it's equal because, like he said, the Hall of Fame speech was something very different, and also that memory of him holding the championship. Once again, I think with Michael Jordan, when you talk about Jordan, I think it's equal.
I think we're talking about when I say. More what I'm saying to me is iconic images.
Okay.
What I'm saying. I remember Mike jumping up on that table with the 6. Him hitting the shot over Brian Russell. I remember those more than his Hall of Fame speech. That's what I'm just saying. That's more the memory that's burned into my mind of the image of what I remember.
What's one of the most famous Michael Jordan memes that's been used today?
That's
from
Jordan.
his Hall of Fame speech.
I understand that.
But also, let me just say this, because I think what we're doing is we're looking at a certain person, but the question is you as yourself. How would you want? Which is more important for you? Not Jordan.
No. I know. And when I say I can't win an NBA championship or anything like that. But what I think I remember for all these guys across all sports, they talk about is when the game is over, what they miss most is that camaraderie, that that locker room presence. Like if the body's not willing anymore, but they miss the locker room, being with the guys more than anything. So I think it's like accomplishing a goal together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did this as a team. No matter what happened, we did this as a team. We got to the mountaintop as a team. So I think that's a memory that you could never take away with a championship. Of course, there's going to be guys that to me, I'm looking at this question not as the Steve Kerrs.
Not as the 8th man. No, very disrespectful to Steve.
No, but I just mean like a player that might be considered borderline Hall of Fame or something like that. I'm not talking about like
You rather be Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, or Horace Grant?
Charles Barkley.
Which one of those careers would you ever have?
We're not, but that's not the question. If we're talking about what would you want individually,
and the reason why I asked is because one is a Hall of Famer without a ring, and the other one is a power forward with multiple rings.
Okay.
So which career would you rather have, Karl Malone's or Horace Grant's?
But that's a different question than what we're talking about.
We're not talking career. Yeah. We're talking about
exactly.
Do you want the rings?
Okay.
Or do you want?
But obviously, if you want to answer your question, it's Karl Malone.
Avery, what's your thoughts?
I'd say the rings with a caveat, obviously, and it's got to be, I have to be a main person involved in getting those rings. So I take a ring. I don't know what it is about, I know everybody likes the Hall of Fame. You're one of the greatest players. I get that. But I just feel something about that experience of winning a championship, of popping the bubbly, dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like having that parade. Like I don't think that's totally equivalent to just the Hall of Fame. I think the Hall of Fame, again, is more of a personal achievement.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. In my opinion, we argue all the time about guys that should or should not even be there. So, because I don't even like the voting system of the Hall of Fame, that's why I'm going to go with the ring first and foremost. So, I'd take a ring before the Hall of Fame.
Leaf?
I already said I was the first person. I said Hall of Fame.
I would say rings.
Yeah.
Winning to me is more important because of when I look at the Hall of Fame. I think that just like Avery just said,
great point about the voting.
It's a personal thing. I think if you look back at Charles Barkley, the fact he never won a ring stands out more than he's a Hall of Famer.
But that's because he didn't get one.
No,
you feel what I'm saying?
Follow me. But he's a Hall of Famer. But he's not known for being a Hall of Famer. He's known for never getting a ring. So Patrick Ewing, he's another one. As much as whenever rings come up, their names come up because they don't have one, but they're in the Hall of Fame. So they don't have the same accolade without that ring. I think getting the ring to me is the greater achievement. That's me.
I think I know where Leaf is going to go because, of course, as a basketball purist, we all know what Charles Barkley was to this game. One of the greatest power forwards, one of the most undersized. The people that played against Charles Barkley knew he was a problem. But like Mark said, you know more for like not winning that ring. And why I think Avery's point about the Hall of Fame is great is because getting that ring there's no voting involved in that. That's our talent got us this. Nobody can tell us, well, we don't think you deserve this. No matter what you say, we won that chip together. And I was on that team and I was a main part of helping win that chip. Hall of Fame is like, we didn't like you, whatever, we're gonna make you not a first ballot, or whatever the situation may be. So I think to me personally, I would say ring.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying that this is not an argument, but again, you think about all of these votes and the mechanisms of voting and who votes to get you in the Hall of Fame.
But right now you're using that because of the NFL and their voting system.
I disagree with that.
Excuse me a second. Let me ask a question though, because I think this just popped in. Is the Hall of Fame value different by sport?
Yes.
Okay.
To me,
I think it changes all the time. Actually.
Why?
I think like we look at the NFL Hall of Fame and we say, yo, this guy should have been first ballot like T.O. for whatever reason. In basketball, we really don't have that type of discussion. Or at least I can't remember where you knew somebody was first ballot Hall of Fame and they didn't get in there the first time their name was up. I can't remember in my years of having that discussion or hearing people speak about that.
That's a good point. Well, because I think the NFL is the most scrutinized Hall of Fame value when it comes to value. I actually put less value on that accolade.
But why is that?
Because the NFL, to me, they are so inconsistent in how they vote people in, how how the whole process goes. So to me, as a sports purist, I think Major League Baseball Hall of Fame is above basketball, and I think basketball is second.
Has that been watered down some though over the years? If we're talking about
because of
Major League
steroids.
Baseball, because it used to be 500 home runs.
Yeah,
It's like
was the benchmark.
You're getting in with 500.
Let me ask y'all this though: is it because we feel that Major League Baseball gets it right the first time? Is it because in the NFL you have a lot of supposed should be first ballot guys that should get in that don't get in? Because a lot of times we look at it, you argue most guys don't get in on the first ballot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me change something. You know what? I gotta say I'm wrong. Basketball, I would put ahead of baseball because baseball, this whole steroid mess. Barry Bonds not being in, Pete Rose not being in. I would definitely say no. I can't put baseball.
No, we know. We all sit here and know once
That's
Tim
it.
Duncan name is eligible, he is in that very day. You feel what I'm saying? Once Kobe Bryant name is eligible, he is in. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
Yeah, because when you got somebody like a Chris Carter, who when he retired was the number 2 receiver all time, and he had to wait for his call.
Yeah, that's a little
that's
like
insane. That's like personal biases being held.
That's not happening in basketball.
But
No, it's not.
I've
But,
also
wait,
felt
wait,
that
wait.
way
But-
about the MLB Hall of Fame, and I told y'all guys this. I hate the fact that certain people haven't gone in with 100% of the vote. I hate that.
All right, but let me say this though. But basketball has this asterisk also because I sit here and I still
He gonna say
say
Yao Ming.
Yao Ming should not be in the Hall of Fame, man.
I got you.
You shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of you were the best coming out of your country. I just don't think that's the reason.
But is
But that's why
Yao
I
Ming
said-
more of an anomaly than is that common in the NBA? You know what I'm saying?
But it
What?
waters it down though.
No, you know why? You know why I think you could say Yao Ming belongs in the Hall of Fame because of what he did for international basketball.
But that's not
And
the
I'm
reason to put you in the Hall of Fame. Because,
it actually is.
Because just like
That's like Dr. James Naismith is in the Hall of Fame.
but that's something
you
different.
got broadcast.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, as a player, I got you.
Leaf named 3 names: Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. Can you put Yao Ming at the same table with those 2?
Not
No,
at all.
No, but
And
I mean,
that's where I'm coming from.
I got you.
Yao Ming
But
was first ballot, right?
Yes.
He was.
But was Yao Ming very dominant when he did play and he was healthy?
No.
Was,
Nah.
Shaq.
No,
mad comments about this.
Numbers wise?
Nah. Yao Ming used to do his thing. He wasn't Shaq.
Okay. But at 7'6", 300 pounds, okay, he underachieved. And
Overachieved because of injuries.
And also he was injured all the time. Again, the door shouldn't have been open to him to the Hall of Fame. That's why I said it waters it down when you open the door because like everybody know the only
got
reason
you.
he got in is because he was an international player. That shouldn't have
So
been
would you
the
throw
door.
Bill Walton in there too?
No, Bill Walton should not be in the Hall of Fame.
You see
Not
that?
for college
Hold on,
career.
I got a
You see
question
that
about-
alley-oop?
I got a question about Bill Walton. The
See
Hall
that
of Fame
alley-oop?
is the professional Hall of Fame, or is it the basketball Hall of Fame? So what you did through your entire career?
I've always said it's the NBA Hall of Fame, but somehow
not. It's basketball.
It's the basketball.
It's basketball.
So how? I don't want to get into this too much. So how you not going to put Bill Walton in there for winning? Was it 3 chips at UCLA?
Because when
Yeah,
you speak
yeah,
of Bill
really
Walton making it to the Hall of Fame, people go to his time in the NBA.
I got you,
Exactly.
but actually the writers got it right because they included his entire career,
no,
right?
no, because let me
Because
just
he's one
say
of the greatest
this.
college players of all time.
But they make it seem like what he did in the NBA was like he was dominant and he really wasn't. You feel what I'm saying?
Bill Walton was trash in college. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just
No.
I understand what you're saying.
No,
I
I know. I get what you're
Hold on,
saying.
hold on,
But when they
hold
speak
on.
of Bill Walton, what do they bring up?
Mark almost fell out of his chair when
on,
I said we're one of
because-
the best college players of all time.
Because he
Yo,
wasn't.
he probably gonna call him Draymond.
Because he wasn't.
He was on that squad. He was on that squad, wasn't he?
He was dominant.
wasn't-
Bill,
Best
hold on,
college
hold on.
players
When you talk about overrated, when you really want to talk about overrated,
In college?
Yes.
I think you gotta look at his numbers in
Now,
college.
I've heard people
Passing,
Mark's age, the same
rebounding.
thing.
yo, listen.
say the same thing.
Bill Walton was overrated. He was loved by white people. Let me just say it straight.
I've heard this from
That's what
several
it comes
people.
down to. He was a hippie. He was in the 70s. It was that time, and they loved him. That's what it comes down to. But if you look at his numbers, he wasn't. Come on, yo. Someone once
I didn't
said,
see him.
I got hurt early.
a writer once said that he was the greatest player to come out of UCLA.
Like
as
Kareem.
if Kareem didn't come out of
That's
UCLA.
disrespectful.
That's what I'm trying to say.
disrespectful.
That's how they vaunted him up there like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no. But
I'm picking the Hall of Fame still. I ain't changing my goddamn.
but
mind.
what I will say is
That's fine.
the NFL. I think all of the Hall of Fames has their issues. But if I had to walk out once the lights is cut off, I want to walk out with rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
That's
Absolutely.
I'm going.
I feel you.
Absolutely. I can't see a lot of guys that we talk about. Somebody made the point, the first thing you said is they didn't win a chip. So, the Karl Malones, the Pat Ewings, the Charles Barkleys, the how many dudes we talking about just
There's
didn't.
plenty
it's a
of great
plethora of
guys.
There's
that-
plenty of great guys.
That toiled the NBA cities for years, where they were the best player on their team and they couldn't win. They couldn't win. I'm telling you,
It's not
there's
that many.
guys.
It's
I
really
mean,
not
but
that
there's
many.
a few guys out there that
It's
are
a few.
Hall of Famers.
No.
That are
A
Hall of
few.
Famers and just
Few without a doubt.
they were unstoppable, but it
it's-
didn't translate to anything.
But
You
it's
know
not
what I mean?
many of them though. That's all I'm
Ah,
saying.
well,
It's
yeah,
not
many is too
It's
much.
not many.
You don't think there's more great players that didn't win a ring in the Hall of Fame as opposed to players that
Shout out to
haven't?
Horace Grant.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's that many.
We gotta
we can do the research.
We gotta do some research
and,
for that.
and post it up.
Shout out to Jerry and Grant.
Post it up on the video.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No
all
doubt.
right? So once again, yo, that's our take. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to our channel.
Make sure y'all click.
Hey, likes, whatever we can get, y'all. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
Peace.